Okay, guys, so we've got our first short screencast on some of the common problems that we're seeing in some of our descriptive writing at this moment in time. So one of the things that we're going to use here is this very short piece of writing by Zoe, and I want to show you how you can use a small bit of editing to improve this. So let's just take a quick read through this first of all. This is Zoe's description of James the angry boss. The description reads, he clenched his fingers into a fist, his jawline was suddenly sharp, and in a few seconds, smoke could exit his ears. Now let's just focus on these first two sentences. Two of the common problems that we'll see in descriptive writing that will harm your achievement in the subject faster than anything else. Number one, use of a vague verb like was. So we simply cross this out for now, get rid of it. Secondly, is the shifting of tenses. His jawline was suddenly sharp, and in a few seconds, smoke could exit his ears. So keep always in the past tense. So get rid of could and change this to exit it, first of all. Now, how this would change immediately would be in this way. His jawline suddenly sharpened, and in a few seconds, smoke exited his ears. Immediately, the grammar of that sentence is a lot more stable, and we've substituted the word was for a verb sharpened. And we've taken that adjective and turned it into an action. And that's a much better way of describing. As we move on, his eyebrows united into a single frowning front. This is really good. This is a really vivid piece of description because it was built around the verb united. Apart from the misspelling of frowning here, which is just a minor error, a W instead of a U. Mr. James, this should have an apostrophe, Mr. James's forehead, there's a short spelling mistake there, was full of ridges, and he started loosening his tie. So again, we're going to focus our changes on the word was here and how to shift this. So if we simply get rid of this word, the changes will be apparent, because what you will find is that you need to shift one of the words surrounding the vague verb. So you simply change this to filled with ridges. Mr. James's forehead filled with ridges, and he started loosening his tie. That is significantly better. Mr. James's forehead filled with ridges, and he started loosening his tie. After a loud crush, I think we mean crush, his papers were not on his desk anymore. You could hear his heart accelerate and yours stopping. So let's focus on this first of all, because we've got, again, another past tense form of to be that we could edit out of this. So let's just get rid of this. After a loud crash, his papers on his desk anymore. So what do we need to add to this? After a loud crash, his papers fell to the floor, or his papers fell from his desk. So generally what you'll find is removing words, but always focus your attention on these vague verbs, particularly in this kind of past tense of to be. After a loud crash, his papers fell from his desk. That's significantly better than after a loud crash, his papers were not on his desk anymore. You could hear his heart accelerate and yours stopping. Now again, we want to get rid of this conditional tense. We want this to be in the past. So we change this. You could, we get rid of it. His heart accelerated and yours stopped. Or, and mine stopped. So let's read this full passage again with these changes. He clenched his fingers into a fist. His jawline suddenly sharpened, and in a few seconds, smoke exited his ears. His eyebrows united into a single frowning front. Mr. James's forehead filled with ridges, and he started loosening his tie. After a loud crash, his papers fell from his desk. His heart accelerated and mine stopped. A significantly sharper description. And the whole process is focused on getting rid of these vague past tense forms of to be. And this is what we don't want in our descriptive writing. And then the simple adjustments that you have to make follow, keeping also in the past tense, so avoiding these conditionals and staying simply in the past. Okay.